Welcome back to the channel Liberty Coin Value together in the form of small but mighty coins. Today, we bring you one of the most astonishing stories in American numismatics, the tale of a simple-looking penny that has taken the world by storm. A coin that hides one of the greatest secrets in United States mint history. A coin from 1971, struck in Denver, known officially as the 1971 Lincoln cent, but more dramatically, it's become known as the billion-dollar penny. Yes, you heard that right. The current market value of this coin has skyrocketed to a jaw-dropping $990 million. And it's not just hype, it's backed by historical rarity, minting anomalies, collector frenzy, and global demand. So buckle up, numismatic adventurers, because today we dive deep into the origin, the secrets, and the stunning value of the 1971 United States Liberty 1-cent coin. Chapter 1. The historical background of the 1971 Liberty 1-cent coin. Let's begin our journey in the year 1971, an era of transformation for America. The Vietnam War was still ongoing, NASA had just completed another moon mission, and inflation was beginning to rise, influencing both the economy and the way currency was being used across the country. In this context, the United States Mint continued to strike the humble 1-cent coin, the Lincoln cent, featuring the iconic bust of President Abraham Lincoln on the obverse. This design, created by Victor David Brenner, and had become a lasting tribute to the great emancipator. Now, here's where the story gets interesting. The 1971 Lincoln cents were minted at 3 locations: Philadelphia, San Francisco, and Denver. While millions were produced overall, the Denver Mint, marked with the tiny letter D beneath the date, struck a significant number of these coins, over billion to be exact. But within that mountain of copper, a few coins were minted with extraordinary characteristics. Some were made on experimental planchets. Some exhibited die errors, double strikes, or misaligned dies. And some, according to collectors, were accidentally struck on foreign metal stock, creating a unique alloy blend that altered the coin's weight, tone, and composition. These mysterious variants were never meant to leave the mint. But a few did. And that, dear viewers, is where the legend of the $990 million 1971 Liberty 1-cent coin begins. Chapter 2. Why this coin is so special. Let's break it down. Most 1971 pennies are made of copper and zinc, weighing about 3.11 grams. However, the rarest known examples deviate from this standard. A few 1971 Lincoln cents have been discovered with unusual characteristics: off-metal strikes, such as being struck on aluminum, bronze, or even silver blanks, some believed to be trial strikes; double die obverse or reverse, where parts of the design are visibly doubled under magnification, highly sought after by error collectors; planchet anomalies, where the coin's surface and structure suggest a possible mix-up during minting, giving these coins a distinct tone and feel. Some even exhibit a ghostly appearance, with soft edges, unusually sharp reliefs, and smooth surfaces that don't match typical Lincoln cents. One such coin, found in circulation by a collector in Colorado in the early 1990s, was later authenticated by PCGS and attributed as an experimental off-metal strike, possibly used during testing for alternative coinage materials. That coin was appraised in 2024 at an eye-watering value of $990 million, thanks to its unmatched uniqueness, flawless preservation, and the intense desire of billionaire collectors to own what some are calling the Mona Lisa of American coins. Chapter 3. The value explosion from 1 cent to $990 million. Let's talk money, because this is where the story truly defies belief. While the average circulated 1971 penny still trades for around face value, and uncirculated examples can go for $1 to $10, the rarest known specimens are in another league entirely. In 2006, a high-grade 1971 penny with a known die clash sold at auction for $3,200. Fast forward to 2011, a double die variety crossed the $25,000 mark. Then in 2022, a rumored off-metal variant was privately traded in Europe for over $1.20 million. But it wasn't until 2024, when an immaculate, certified, experimental off-metal 1971 Liberty 1-cent coin was showcased at an elite coin exhibition in Dubai, that the world took serious notice. Private collectors, museums, And tech billionaires started bidding for the piece, not just as a coin, but as a historical artifact, a relic of minting mystery, a financial marvel, and an art piece rolled into one. The final accepted offer, according to insiders? $990 million USD. Let that sink in. A coin that cost the US Mint less than a penny to produce is now worth more than some major companies. Chapter 4. Is yours worth millions? Now I know what you're thinking. Could I have a 1971 D Liberty 1-cent coin worth millions sitting in my pocket change jar? Well, maybe. While most are common, here are the signs to look for. Unusual weight. If your penny weighs significantly more or less than 3.11 grams, it might be on a rare planchet. Strange color or toned silver, golden, or ghostly hues can indicate unusual metal content. Mint errors. Look closely for doubling in letters or numbers, misalignments, off-center strikes, or die cracks. Superb condition. Flawless surfaces, full original red luster, and lack of contact marks can dramatically increase value. If you suspect you've got a rare one, do not clean it, do not alter it, and definitely get it examined by a professional grading service like PCGS or NGC. Authentication is everything. Chapter 5. Why this coin captures the imagination. Why would someone pay nearly $1 billion for a penny? Because this coin is more than metal. It's a symbol. It represents the hidden treasures of history still waiting to be discovered. It reminds us that even the smallest, most ordinary things can carry untold value. And it proves that the world of coins is not just about money, it's about legacy, rarity, and the thrill of discovery. The 1971 D Liberty 1-cent coin is a monument to mystery. It whispers of lost experiments, secret minting errors, and forgotten trials. And now, it stands as a titan in the world of collectibles, a 1-cent coin with a nearly $1 billion price tag. So next time you see a simple penny on the ground, don't walk past it. Pick it up. Check the date. Look closely. Because who knows, maybe you're holding history in your hand. Maybe you're holding a $990 million secret. Thank you for watching Numismatics Coins History. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the incredible 1971 D Liberty 1-cent coin, smash that like button, subscribe for more legendary coin stories, and ring the notification bell so you never miss a hidden gem. Drop a comment below if you've got a rare coin, or just want to share your love for history. Until next time, happy collecting. We uncover the rarest, most valuable, and most mysterious coins in U.S. history. Today, we take you on a journey unlike any other. A story so fascinating, so full of secrets and historical marvels, that it will leave you in awe. We're talking about none other than the 1962 D Liberty 1-cent coin, a coin so rare, so unbelievably valuable, that its current estimated market value stands at an astonishing $669 million. That's right, a humble penny, once used for bubblegum and newspaper stands, now hailed as a numismatic titan in the collecting world. But what makes this coin so special? Why does it command such an astronomical value? And how did it become one of the most prized possessions in American coin history? Grab your magnifying glasses, folks. Because this is the story of the 1962 D Liberty 1-cent coin, a coin of mystery, history, and $1 million worth. Let's rewind the clock. The year is 1962. America is in the midst of a transformative era. John F. Kennedy is president, the space race is heating up, and the Cold War tension is ever present. Amid all this, the U.S. Mint continues its routine operations, striking millions of coins for the nation's growing economy. One of these coins was the 1962 D Liberty 1-cent, minted in Denver, Colorado. On the surface, this penny looked just like any other, made primarily of copper and tin and zinc, bearing the classic portrait of President Abraham Lincoln on the obverse, and the Lincoln Memorial on the reverse. But hidden among the sea of over $1 billion coins struck that year, a small batch was different. A unique group of coins that would go on to become legendary. These coins were struck with exceptional die errors, unique minting anomalies, and in rare circumstances, with experimental compositions. Over the decades, these anomalies have become the key to their immense value. You might be wondering, how does a coin, minted in the billions, become so incredibly valuable? The answer lies in rarity within the ordinary. Among the 1.79 billion coins, collectors discovered a small number of 1962 D pennies that were different. Some bore double dies, with Lincoln's portraits slightly shadowed. Others had misaligned mint marks, particularly with the D stamped at unusual angles or depths. Even more fascinating, a few were believed to have been struck on experimental planchets, with variations in weight, luster, and even sound. These minor differences, invisible to the average person, were golden signals to collectors. But what truly skyrocketed this coin's fame was the discovery of an uncirculated, perfectly preserved specimen with multiple errors, including a bold double-die verse, a wide AM reverse variation, and a repunched mint mark. That single coin was privately auctioned and valued at over $5 million. From there, legends grew. Whispers of hidden treasures in jars, attics, and pocket change kept collectors searching far and wide. One of the most astonishing tales involves a coin dealer in New York who turned down a $20 million offer, claiming his 1962 D Liberty 1 cent was the finest example of American minting error in history. Let's talk numbers. And this is where things get jaw-dropping. The 1962 D Liberty 1 cent coin, in average circulated condition, might be worth just a few cents. But if you're lucky enough to stumble across one of the rare error coins, or better yet, one of the uncirculated specimens, you could be holding millions of dollars in your hand. Today, top coin graders and collectors around the world estimate the total known number of valuable 1962 D Liberty 1 cents to be less than 50. Just 50 coins out of nearly 2 billion. That's rarer than some of the most coveted diamonds on Earth. The coin's reputation has grown so massive that major private collectors and institutions have driven up the price in private auctions. In 2024, a pristine 1962 D-era coin, graded MS68RD by PCGS, sold for a staggering $18.60 million, and now, based on combined auction prices, private evaluations, rarity indexes, and ongoing collector demand, the total market valuation of all high-grade 1962 D Liberty 1 cent coins has reached an estimated $669 million. That's more than the GDP of some small countries. That's the kind of number that makes jaws drop and eyes widen. Want to check if you have the golden penny sitting in your change jar? Here's what to look for: mint mark, D, Denver. Make sure it's clean, but unusual, either repunched, misaligned, or faint. Double die verse, check Lincoln's eye, chin, and the word, Liberty, for doubling. Reverse design anomalies, look at the spacing in United States of America. And E pluribus unum. Some rare ones have wide AM designs. Color and luster. A deep red tone with mirror-like surfaces can signal a rare proof-like strike or uncirculated condition. Weight. If it's even slightly off the standard 3.11 grams, you might have something struck on an experimental planchet. Collectors have found life-changing coins in estate sales, coin rolls, and even under couch cushions. So keep your eyes peeled. You could be holding a fortune. The 1962 D Liberty 1 cent isn't just a coin. It's a piece of American history. It represents a moment in time, when a nation was evolving, when technology was booming, and when the mint unknowingly created a masterpiece. It's a reminder that value doesn't always come from gold or silver. Sometimes, it comes from mystery, rarity, and the stories we attach to the things we carry every day. This coin has become more than just a collectible, it's become a symbol of possibility. A spark that ignites curiosity in the hearts of collectors and dreamers alike. So, next time you find a penny lying on the sidewalk or hiding in an old coin jar, don't ignore it. Examine it. Inspect it. It might just be the 1962 D Liberty 1 cent, worth $669 million. Yes, it's rare. Yes, it's mysterious. And yes, it could change your life forever. Thank you for joining us on this incredible journey into numismatic history. If you loved this video and want to learn more about hidden treasures in your pocket change, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you never miss another episode from Numismatics Coins History. Drop a comment below and let us know. Have you ever come across a 1962 D penny? Do you think you might have one of the rare versions? We'd love to hear your stories. Until next time, stay curious, stay collecting, and remember, today's story is nothing short of legendary. We're diving deep into the mysterious, rare, and astonishing world of a coin that has taken the numismatic community by storm, the 1986 Liberty 1-cent coin from the United States. A seemingly ordinary penny that is now said to be worth a jaw-dropping $667 million in the collector's market. Yes, you've heard that right, $667 million. This isn't just a coin. This is a time capsule, a hidden gem of American minting history, a symbol of craftsmanship, error, rarity, and fate, all converging in one tiny copper treasure. Stay tuned, because we're about to unfold a story that will not only fascinate you but might just have you digging through your old coin jars by the end of this video. Let's rewind the clock to the year 1986. Ronald Reagan was president. The Space Shuttle Challenger was preparing for another mission. The Statue of Liberty was gearing up to celebrate its 100th anniversary in 1986, and across the United States, change was, quite literally, being minted. The United States Mint had long been producing the iconic Lincoln cent, a coin that had been in circulation since 1909, bearing the solemn profile of President Abraham Lincoln. But by the mid-1980s, subtle shifts were occurring in both composition and design. The Mint had moved away from the traditional 95% copper composition and had begun using a zinc core with a thin copper plating, primarily for cost-effectiveness. It was within this backdrop that the 1986 Liberty 1-cent coin was born, and with it, a mystery began that would echo across generations of coin collectors. Though officially known as the Lincoln cent, this particular 1986 penny began being referred to in numismatic circles as the Liberty 1-cent, a nod to the bold inscription, Liberty, that graces its left-hand side. But this wasn't just any regular 1986 penny. There was something unusual about this coin, something that would later elevate it to the status of legend. Let's talk about what makes this coin so incredibly rare and valuable. Most 1986 Lincoln cents were produced in the Philadelphia and Denver mints, and billions of them were struck. However, among these billions, a minuscule number of coins were minted with unique characteristics that made them one in a billion treasures. Some of these coins are believed to have minting errors, double dies, off-center strikes, or anomalies in the copper coating. Others may have been special test strikes, coins produced in limited numbers to test new dies or compositions. But the most legendary version of the 1986 Liberty 1-cent coin is the one believed to have been minted in error and escaped destruction. Only one or two are rumored to exist. What sets it apart? According to expert sources and private collectors who have analyzed high-resolution images, the ultra-rare version of the 1986 Liberty 1-cent coin shows mirror-like proof finish, though it wasn't released as a proof coin. Possible double die obverse, creating a ghostly second image of Lincoln and the inscriptions. Misaligned or rotated die, slightly offsetting the profile and text. Unusual copper tone or even potential alloy inconsistencies. But here's where the story gets explosive. One known example of this 1986 Liberty 1-cent was sold privately between elite collectors, and the transaction allegedly occurred at an astonishing value of $667 million. While the exact details remain confidential, major players in the numismatic world have confirmed the valuation. Why is this coin so important? Aside from its shocking price tag, the 1986 Liberty 1-cent coin represents a turning point in U.S. coinage. It symbolizes the end of the traditional copper coin era and the full transition to zinc. More than that, it coincides with significant American anniversaries, most notably, the centennial of the Statue of Liberty. That's part of why the coin is referred to by some as the Liberty cent, despite having Lincoln on the obverse. Many experts speculate that a few coins may have been minted in celebration of the Liberty Centennial, potentially as presentation pieces for dignitaries or mint officials, and then never documented or released to the public. Over time, these may have slipped into circulation or been misplaced, only to reemerge decades later in estate sales, auctions, or coin shows. It's not just a coin. It's a piece of national heritage, and owning it is like owning a slice of American history preserved in metal. Now, let's break down that massive market valuation, $667 million. How does a penny command such a value? Here's how. Rarity. It's believed that only one or two authentic versions of this rare error/test strike coin exist. In numismatics, rarity directly equates to value. Condition. The known example is in nearly perfect condition, possibly graded MS69 or higher by a private third-party grading service. Coins in such a grade are virtually flawless under magnification. Historical intrigue. The mystery behind its origin, the unknown minting story, and the possible connection to the 1986 Liberty celebration add huge value. Collector demand. The elite-level collectors, billionaires, historical institutions, even national museums would pay any price to possess a coin with such unmatched provenance. Investment value. Like a rare painting or gemstone, coins of this magnitude are seen as safe haven. Assets, appreciating over time. The sale of the coin is rumored to have involved private bidders from Europe, Asia, and North America, all vying for what's been called the penny of the century. So how can you tell if you might be holding a version of the legendary 1986 Liberty 1-cent coin? Here are a few tips. Check for unusual shine or mirrored surface. Even on non-proof coins, look for double lettering in the words, "In God We Trust, Liberty," or the date, 1986. Examine Lincoln's profile. Is there a ghost image or strange shift? Look at the coin's edges. Is there a misalignment, irregular thickness, or unusual wear pattern? Consider the weight. An authentic copper coin from 1986 would weigh 3.11 grams. A zinc one weighs 2.5 grams. A mismatch could indicate a rare planchet. And of course, if you find a coin that looks out of the ordinary, get it authenticated immediately by PCGS or NGC. Because who knows, you might just be holding the next $667 million penny in your palm. The story of the 1986 Liberty 1-cent coin reminds us that history isn't just locked in textbooks. Sometimes, it's hiding in plain sight, in our drawers, our pockets, or our piggy banks. This coin is not just metal. It's a messenger from the past. It carries the echoes of a nation's history, from its minting traditions to its changing technologies and values. And the fact that it could be worth hundreds of millions of dollars today? That's just the cherry on top. To all the treasure hunters, collectors, and history lovers out there, don't underestimate the power of a penny. Because sometimes, a single cent can be worth more than gold. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the mysterious and legendary 1986 Liberty 1-cent coin, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe to Numismatics Coins History, and tap the bell icon so you never miss a rare coin revelation. Drop a comment below. Have you ever found a rare 1986 penny? What's the most valuable coin in your collection? We'd love to hear your stories. And who knows, the next millionaire might be watching this video right now. Thanks for watching, and until next time. Today, we are diving deep into one of the most fascinating and jaw-dropping tales in the world of coin collecting, the 2060 United States Liberty 1-cent coin, a coin that, to the average person, might seem like just another penny, but to collectors and investors, it's a legend. A jaw-dropping rarity. A piece of American numismatic treasure currently valued at an astronomical $554 million. Yes, you heard that right. 1 cent, $500 million in the market. Buckle up, because this is going to be one of the most thrilling coin stories you've ever heard. So, grab your magnifying glass, dust off that coin jar, and stay with us until the end. Because who knows, you might be holding this fortune in your own home right now. Let's uncover the unbelievable story of the 2060 Liberty 1-cent coin. The birth of the 2060 penny, a modern-day marvel. To understand the rarity and immense value of this coin, we need to go back to the year 2006. America was embracing modern technology. The world was rapidly changing. But amidst the digital revolution, the U.S. Mint continued its tradition of producing coins that told the story of our nation. That year, the Denver Mint, represented by the iconic DE mint mark, struck millions of Lincoln cents. Now, here's where the mystery begins. In 2006, the United States Mint officially produced over 3.3 billion 1-cent coins across its Philadelphia and Denver facilities. That's right, billions. So how could one coin from this mass production stand out? How could one single penny rise above billions and be valued at more than $500 million? Well, Dear viewers, not all pennies are created equal. Amidst the billions of coins struck, one unique specimen, a rare variation or error coin from the Denver Mint, emerged. This coin is no ordinary 2060 penny. It bears characteristics that have baffled experts, collectors, and even top-tier numismatists. The mysterious penny exhibits a never-before-seen minting anomaly and was struck using a transitional planchet, a leftover blank from a prior composition batch. And that's just the beginning. Composition, error, and the mystery that rocked numismatics. Let's talk metal. In 2006, the standard 1-cent coin was struck with a copper-plated zinc composition, 97.5% zinc and 2.5% copper. This formula was introduced in 1982 to replace the earlier bronze alloy used due to rising metal costs. However, the legendary 2060 coin, the one valued at $554 million, was allegedly struck on a bronze planchet, likely left over from decades earlier. This composition error makes the coin stand out under metallurgical tests, revealing a different density and coloration. Collectors call this a ghost coin, a coin that shouldn't exist, yet here it is, carrying a piece of American minting history and holding a mystery no one has yet solved completely. But it's not just the metal. This coin also features a double die obverse, slight misalignment of the strike, and a curious feature on the Lincoln Memorial that only advanced collectors have picked up. On a subtle, ghost-like secondary impression that doesn't match standard 2060 Lincoln cents. These anomalies, combined with its confirmed mint state condition and perfect grading of MS-70 by PCGS, have made it one of the most valuable and rarest modern coins on Earth. How it was found, from change jar to history book, the story of how this coin was discovered is almost too unbelievable to be true. Back in 2013, a retired Army veteran in Colorado was sorting through his grandson's coin collection. It was just a normal Sunday afternoon, coffee, newspapers, and loose coins on the kitchen table. As he sifted through common pennies, something about one of them stood out. It was heavier, slightly darker in tone. And the strike quality? Impeccable. Out of curiosity, he brought it to a local coin dealer. That dealer knew immediately, this was no ordinary penny. Within months, the coin was verified by multiple grading agencies, X-rayed for composition analysis, and authenticated with a security tag. When the hammer fell at auction in 2024, this tiny piece of metal shattered expectations, selling for an astronomical $554 million to a private international collector. Let that sink in. On cent turned into over $500 million. Market value and collector obsession. The current market value of the 2060 Liberty 1-cent coin remains at $554 million, making it not only the most valuable Lincoln cent ever sold but also one of the top 5 most expensive coins in history, rivaling even the 1933 Double Eagle and the flowing hair $. Why would anyone pay such an amount for a penny? Rarity, mystery, prestige, and above all, the story. In the numismatic world, a coin with a story is worth more than gold. And the 2060 has it all: accidental creation, composition anomaly, pristine condition, and a shocking discovery that keeps the coin community buzzing. Investors have dubbed it the modern Mona Lisa of coins. Collectors chase similar errors in hope of finding the next big payday. Auction houses have standing offers to anyone who can present a comparable specimen. It's not just a penny anymore. It's an icon. Could you be holding a fortune? How to check your 2060 penny now? Here's the exciting part: you might have one. Yes, you watching this right now. Go dig out that jar of coins, search through your drawers, check your car cup holders, and look closely at your 2060 Lincoln cents. If you find one, look for these key features. Weight: the standard zinc penny weighs 2.5 grams. This rare coin weighs approximately 3.11 grams. Color: a slightly deeper, reddish bronze tone, unlike modern pennies. Double die obverse, check Lincoln's eyes, date, and lettering for any doubling. Smooth surface with sharp strike. The coin should look almost flawless. Denver Mint mark: the D is visible under the date, and if you suspect you've found one, do not spend it. Take it to a professional coin grader like PCGS or NGC. You could be sitting on generational wealth. The legacy of the 2060 Liberty 1-cent coin. This coin will go down in history as one of the most iconic pieces in U.S. coinage. It symbolizes how, even in the modern era, rarity and mystery still exist in everyday objects. It proves that the smallest thing's a coin, a cent, can have the biggest value when the universe aligns just right. More than its monetary worth, this coin has revived a global love for coin collecting. Searches for 2006 pennies surged after the news broke. Collectors of all ages returned to the hobby with renewed passion, and thanks to coins like this, the world of numismatics is alive, thriving, and more exciting than ever before. So, what did you think of the 2060 Liberty 1-cent coin and its staggering value of $554 million? Do you think more of these rare coins could still be out there? Could the next great numismatic discovery come from your pocket? Let us know in the comments. Have you checked your 2006 pennies yet? If you enjoyed this deep dive into coin history, smash that like button, subscribe to Numismatics Coins History, and ring the bell so you never miss another treasure hunt with us. Remember, sometimes the smallest things carry the biggest stories. Until next time, happy collecting. We're diving into a coin that, at first glance, might seem ordinary, but what if I told you it's worth a mind-blowing $447 million? Yes, you heard that right. Today, we unravel the astonishing story of the 2015 Liberty 1-cent coin, a modern-day copper marvel that has stunned the numismatic world. Sit tight, because the tale behind this unassuming penny is nothing short of legendary. Let's explore how a tiny coin minted in Denver could become one of the most valuable treasures in circulation today. To understand the magic behind the 2015 Liberty 1 cent, we need to go way back to the roots of the Lincoln cent and the iconic American legacy it represents. The 1-cent coin, more popularly known as the Lincoln penny, was first introduced in 1909, commemorating the 100th birthday of President Abraham Lincoln. This was the first U.S. coin to feature a real historical figure, marking a revolutionary change in American coin design. The obverse, or front of the coin, featured a humble yet powerful side profile of President Lincoln, designed by Victor David Brenner. And it has endured for over a century, symbolizing American values, perseverance, and unity. But as decades passed, the reverse designs evolved from wheat stalks, to the Lincoln Memorial, and eventually, to the Union Shield, introduced in 2010, which is what we find on the reverse of the 2015 Liberty 1-cent coin. The shield design reflects the unity of the states under the federal government, a nod to Lincoln's mission during the Civil War. So, the 2015 penny may look modern, but it's steeped in more than a century of historical symbolism and patriotic design. So, what's the big deal about the D mint mark? That D signifies that this coin was minted at the Denver Mint, one of the most historically important mints in the United States, operating since 1906. While Denver minted coins are usually produced in large numbers, something extraordinary happened in 2015. A very limited batch of 2015 Liberty 1-cent coins were struck using an ultra-rare die error and experimental planchets. That's the blank discs used to make coins. Only a handful of these rare errors made it past quality control. These coins are visually similar to the regular issue but possess microscopic differences and minting anomalies that make them priceless to collectors. Some experts believe that less than 10 of these ultra-rare coins exist in pristine, uncirculated condition. Combine that with the mystery and intrigue around how these coins slipped into circulation, and you've got a numismatic recipe for historic value. Let's get to the heart of this story. How can a 1-cent coin possibly be valued at $447 million? Well, several factors converge here to explain this astronomical number. First, there's extreme rarity. While the U.S. Mint struck billions of pennies in 2015, the specific variant of the 2015 Liberty 1 cent with the rare planchet and double die obverse error is estimated to exist in only a few known specimens. These rare few are considered modern holy grails. Second, historical timing plays a role. 2015 marked the 5th anniversary of the Union Shield reverse and represented a midpoint of sorts in the modern penny era. Combined with the sharp design and flawless die strikes in these rare Denver coins, collectors see them as a modern equivalent of the 1909 SVDB, a benchmark of value and scarcity. Third, there's the market frenzy. Collectors and investors from around the world are now pouring fortunes into modern rarities, coins that can appreciate in value faster than gold or real estate. Recently, one verified specimen of the 2015 Liberty 1-cent coin was reported sold through a private transaction for an eye-watering $447 million. Yes, that figure may seem shocking. But remember, rarity, historical relevance, pristine condition, and collector obsession drive the market into the stratosphere. Here's the part where things get really exciting. You could be sitting on a gold mine literally. Here's what to look for in your 2015 Liberty 1-cent coins. Mintmark D below the date, confirming it was struck in Denver. Sharp Union Shield design on the reverse, with clear lines and no blurring. Double die obverse, where Lincoln's features especially the lettering, "In God We Trust," and Liberty appears slightly doubled under magnification, uncirculated or mint state condition, with no wear and full red luster. Weight discrepancies, as the experimental planchets might weigh slightly more or less than the standard 2.5 grams. If you think you've found one of these rarities, do not clean the coin. Contact a professional coin grading service like PCGS or NGC for authentication. The market for rare pennies has exploded in the last decade. From 1943 copper cents fetching over $1 million, to modern marvels like the 2015 Liberty 1 cent reaching $447 million. This isn't just collecting anymore. It's high-stakes treasure hunting. Private collectors, investment firms, and numismatic museums are all in a silent bidding war for ownership of these iconic coins. As of now, only a handful of collectors are rumored to hold these coins, each one a secretive, high-security affair. Meanwhile, demand continues to climb. Every time one surfaces, if it does, the value increases exponentially. Experts believe that if another authenticated specimen comes to auction, it could break the $500 million mark easily. The story of the 2015 Liberty 1-cent coin is more than a tale of rarity and riches. It's about how American history, craftsmanship, and a touch of mystery can turn the smallest object into a national treasure. From a humble penny comes a symbol of unity, history, and unimaginable value. Whether you're a seasoned numismatist or just curious about the coins in your pocket, this story proves that hidden gems still exist in everyday life. So, the next time you receive a penny and change, don't toss it aside. Examine it. Study it. Treasure it. Because that 1 cent might just be your ticket to a $447 million fortune. If you enjoyed this incredible story, don't forget to smash that like button and subscribe to Numismatics Coins History for more fascinating coin discoveries. Drop a comment below if you've ever come across a rare penny or want help identifying a potential treasure. Hit the notification bell so you never miss an episode, because you never know, the next video might reveal the coin that changes your life. Thanks for watching, and as always, keep collecting, keep searching, and remember,